Hello, good afternoon. Time for business. My name is Darryl Kwao. Multinational consumer goods company Unilever Ghana has commissioned some new factory plants in Tema to meet increasing demand for its range of products. According to the firm, this would help increase job opportunities for the teeming unemployed in the country. There's more in the following report.
Unilever Ghana has commissioned some 3 new plants as well as upgraded several other plants at the company's Tema factory as part of its commitment to sustained socio-economic contribution to Ghana. They are the personal care dryer, biomass boiler and oils plants factory. According to the new managing director of the firm, Gladys Amoa, her outfit seeks to reduce its dependence on imports from other countries.
Mr. President, investments made in this factory over the years have equally ensured the production of most of our brands and have allowed us to localize a number of them. This has translated into jobs for our local suppliers. And for that matter, in 2018, we have currently moved 90% of our packaging sourcing to Ghana.
The new plants, according to the firm, are energy efficient and eco-friendly with reduced carbon dioxide emission rates. On his part, the Minister of Trade and Industry, Alan Tremantin, outlined some measures government is putting in place to reduce dumping.
We also believe as a government that we've provided an enabling environment to protect this company and other Ghanaian companies against unfair trade practices. And it is in this regard that His Excellency the President recently launched the establishment of a Ghana International Trade Commission. And I believe very soon companies such as yours can provide evidence to the Ghana International Trade Commission when there's clear evidence of dumping.
Prior to commissioning the plant, President Akufo-Addo in his keynote address reiterated government's commitment to creating a business-friendly environment.
I assure shareholders, management and staff of Unilever and the people of Ghana that my government will work to continue to create a stable macroeconomic framework and positive outlook for businesses. The days when economic indicators went haywire and through the roof are over. The days of disarray in our public finances, the reason for our recent marriage with the IMF, are over.
Unilever Ghana has pledged its commitment to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals.
In other news, Deputy Trade Minister Carlos Ahenkwah has downplayed concerns raised by some business associations about high import duties at the ports. Even after the introduction of a single window system, business associations like the Ghana Union of Traders Association believe that cost of doing business at the ports remain high, thus making clearing goods a nightmare. But speaking to Joy Business, Carlos Ahenkwah said government has maintained import duties since 2016.
The problem is government has not increased import duties. Government only made collection of import duties efficient. And by so saying, I want to say that the tax rates or rates of duty that we came to meet in government, that's what we are collecting. Since 2017, we have not touched one single rate. In fact, we even came to inherit the ECOWAS Common Standard Tariff, which put us in a very bad situation in terms of maximizing revenue collection and meeting our targets. But our Ministry of Finance and by extension the Minister himself has managed to actually, engage revenue tax, the GRA, let me say, to ensure that we are able to live up to expectation. We have not increased any taxes. Let me repeat this to Ghanaians. The MPP government has not increased taxes. The MPP government only found very prominent and efficient way of collection. Today, as I speak to you, very soon and shortly though, we are going to move away from the benchmarking valuation that has categorized the high incidence of duties to a more efficient way of having a platform which would provide a transnational price database which would be acceptable to everybody in terms of importers and of course traders alike. So I would appeal to my colleagues in Guta, my friends who are in the trading arena, that we don't intend and we have not intended to increase duty rates. We are only finding ways and means by and large to ensure that people pay what they're supposed to pay.
We take a short trip to the UK. A confidence vote in the Prime Minister of that country, Theresa May, is expected to be held today. Now, this follows a rejection of her Brexit deal by Parliament. MPs voted by 432 votes to 202 to reject the plan. The deal was aimed at bringing about an orderly departure from the EU on the 29th of March and setting up a 21-month transition period to negotiate a free trade deal. Coordinator of the Third World Network Africa, Dr. Yao Graham, explains why Ghana should be concerned about the developments in the UK, especially when it comes to trade.
Let's say if the Theresa May loses the vote, and the result is what is called a hard Brexit, which means that Britain crashes out of the EU without a deal. What would that mean? Currently, the standards which govern trade with Europe are the standards that apply with the UK for those of us exporting to the UK. A lot of goods that go into the EU, including the UK from Ghana, pass through Rotterdam port. At the moment, they move freely because it's a single market, so free movement of goods and people. If Britain should crash out, that whole nexus of standards and trade routes and so on are broken. So it will become like a movement between two countries. So what would it mean for our exports, for example, which are destined for the UK? There'll be a disruption. I mean, frameworks will be needed for us to be able to move very freely. There may be additional costs. At the moment, are things going to the UK through an EU port, they don't attract any duty.
On the marketplace at 1 p.m. Coming up, best brains assembled to help restore Ghana football. And in the Australian Open 2019, Evans delivers best display, but federal matches on. Baba Tando is up next with sports.